Child of light, do not turn away. Hear me now. For hours I have hovered near you, pressing, whispering, pleading. My wings have stretched across your path, my voice has shaken the heavens, yet your heart has lingered in delay. I am in tears, for every moment that passes brings you closer to a chasm you cannot afford to face unprepared. I am Archangel Michael, defender of souls, guardian of the gates, protector of God's beloved children. And yet, even I, warrior of heaven, am bowed in grief tonight. Not because I lack strength, but because your hesitation weighs upon eternity itself. I have been trying to warn you, to reach you, to shake you awake from the numbness that blinds you, but still you push aside the stirrings within your spirit. Do you not feel it? The urgency pressing against your chest, the quiet unease that lingers even as you read these words? That is not coincidence. That is me. That is heaven crying out, open now. Listen now. Do not wait another breath. There are hours in life that are ordinary, and there are hours that split history in two. This is one of those hours. This is not routine. This is not random. The veil has thinned, and heaven has bent near, desperate to reach you before a door closes that cannot be reopened. For hours I have watched as heaven's light circled your dwelling. Angels have pressed around you, whispering, urging, guiding. But choice rests with you. And in the silence of your delay, I wept, because every second of hesitation risks pushing this blessing, this protection, this revelation further from your grasp. Child, I do not come to condemn you. I come because of love, love that burns so brightly in heaven for your soul that it will not let you slip unnoticed into regret. My tears are not weakness, they are heaven's compassion poured out. You may wonder, why would Archangel Michael weep? He who leads heaven's armies, who stands with sword of fire, who cast down the dragon itself. I weep because though I can wield a sword against darkness, I cannot wield it against your will. Heaven respects your freedom. I can battle the legions that rise against you. I can shield you from unseen arrows. I can drive back forces that seek your ruin, but I cannot force you to open your heart. That, child, belongs only to you. I weep because I see the path you risk wandering if you dismiss this call. I see the snare hidden in the shadows, waiting for your delay. I see the regret that will tear at you if you shrug this moment away. And I weep because I know, it does not have to be so. You can choose differently. You can open now, and heaven will rush in like fire and light. 4 hours, the cry has echoed. Every flutter in your spirit, every sudden thought of eternity, every moment you sensed that something was pressing at the edge of your awareness. It was me. I have been shouting across realms, though it reaches you as a whisper. I have been shaking the heavens, though it comes to you as a quiet stirring. Why? Because your life matters too much to heaven to let this hour slip by unnoticed. Child, do you not understand? Eternity bends its gaze upon you right now. Heaven itself has paused to cry out. The Father has extended His mercy once again, and I, His messenger, His warrior, have been sent not with sword but with tears, not with wrath but with warning. This is not the first time heaven has tried to reach you. And yet I tell you in sobering truth, this may be the last time. The final chance. Not because God's love runs out, but because the window of mercy is closing. Opportunities come, and when they pass, they do not always return. That is why I have wept. That is why I have lingered for hours, begging, pressing, urging. And that is why these words now blaze before you with such force. Do not skip this. Do not dismiss this. If you ignore it, you will regret it deeply. This is the opening cry. It is heaven's final knock at your door. Open now. Child of eternity, open your heart now, for I must speak plainly. You have wondered, what is the warning? What is it that Michael has tried for hours to say? Why such urgency, such tears, such trembling from heaven's messenger? Hear me. The warning is not vague. It is not a riddle. It is this: you are standing at the edge of a choice, and the path you take will determine not just your days on earth, but the course of your soul's destiny. This is no small matter. This is not about a passing inconvenience or a temporary sorrow. This is about eternity pressing upon the present, heaven crying out to keep you from stumbling into regret so deep it would echo through generations. The danger before you is not only external, it is within. A weariness has crept into your spirit. A dullness has settled over your eyes. You have been tempted to live half awake, moving through life without lifting your gaze to heaven. This apathy is the snare. This numbness is the trap. For while you sleep in spirit, the enemy sows destruction. While you delay, choices harden into chains. While you ignore the signs, opportunities pass, never to return. The warning, then, is this: if you do not awaken now, if you do not open when heaven calls, you will look back with anguish at the chances you missed, the blessings you pushed aside, the love you left unopened. Do you know the most common cry I hear from souls who reach the end of their earthly journey? It is not anger, not defiance, not hatred. It is regret. The regret of what was delayed. The regret of what was ignored. The regret of, if only I had listened when heaven whispered. Delay is the thief of destiny. Delay is the silence that robs you of miracles. Delay is the shadow that convinces you there will always be more time, when in truth, the hourglass empties grain by grain. For hours I have been trying to break through this shadow. For hours I have cried out, "Now, child! Not tomorrow, not later, not someday, now." For the warning is not eternal. It is tied to this very moment, this open window in time. Do not mistake me, there are forces that rejoice when you delay. They whisper, "Ignore this. Close the page. Push the thought away. You'll deal with it later." These whispers are not harmless, they are weapons. For the enemy of your soul knows that if he can keep you in distraction, if he can lull you with delay, he need not defeat you outright. He only needs to keep you from choosing. This is why I am in tears. Because I see the war raging around you, the unseen arrows of distraction, the storm of doubt, the weight of apathy. And I know, if you turn away now, if you harden your heart to this call, you will stumble into the enemy's trap and awaken too late. But hear me also, the warning is not only about danger, it is also about promise. Heaven does not cry out to terrify you but to save you, to draw you into the fullness of what God intends. The warning is this: yes, there is danger in ignoring, but there is also blessing in responding. If you open your heart now, if you choose to listen, if you act in faith, then the very tears I weep will turn into songs of victory. What was meant to be your downfall will become your testimony. What the enemy schemed for harm, heaven will forge into glory. Child, let me be clear. If you ignore this message, you risk losing more than comfort. You risk losing alignment with heaven's path for your life. You risk wandering into choices that wound you deeply. You risk walking without the covering of the blessing prepared for you in this hour. Do not think lightly of this. Many before you have dismissed heaven's cry, saying, "It is nothing. I will decide later." But later never came, and their hearts hardened until the voice of heaven grew faint. Do not let that be your story. Do not let regret be the song of your life. If you open now, heaven rushes in. If you listen, your steps will be guarded, your spirit awakened, your path illumined. The Father himself longs to wrap you in mercy, to set you on a higher road, to shield you from snares you cannot see. The warning unveiled is this: time is not infinite. The window is open now. Do not waste it. Do not let it slip. This is your final chance to answer before the door closes. And know this: if you choose to listen, not only will you be spared regret, you will step into a season of blessing so radiant you will look back on this moment as the turning point of your life. Child, the warning is unveiled. I have not spoken in riddles. I have wept, I have pleaded, I have revealed the truth. Heaven is calling. Your soul is at a crossroads. Delay no longer. Open now. Child of light, listen closely, for this is the part few understand. 4 hours, I have circled your life like a storm of fire and mercy. 4 hours, heaven has leaned close, bending low to whisper, to warn, to shake your heart awake. And yet, you have delayed. Do you feel the weight of those hours? Do you sense the cost of every passing moment you ignored the stirring within your spirit? These hours are not ordinary, they are sacred. They are the window in which heaven stretched its hand toward you, the exact space where your choices could align fully with divine protection and guidance. Yet, in these hours of delay, the enemy has pressed in. Shadows have gathered where light could have led. Doubt has whispered louder than faith. Distraction has clouded the clarity that heaven worked so tirelessly to send. And I, Archangel Michael, weeping, have watched, hoping, praying, urging you to open your eyes before the moment closes. Child, understand this. These hours were not empty. While you hesitated, a battle raged in realms unseen. Angels stood guard, wielding swords of fire, pushing back forces that would have sought to harm you. Spirits of darkness tried to find entry, to distract, to derail your destiny. Every second of your delay made the battle more urgent. Every breath you spent in doubt added weight to the conflict. I was there, calling your name across the divide. I cannot enter where you do not invite me. I cannot break through walls built by hesitation or disbelief. For hours, I have wept because I see the consequence of delay, a consequence that can still be avoided if you act now. You may wonder, why would heaven wait if the danger is real? Know this: God respects your freedom. I, his messenger, may push, plead, and even weep, but the choice rests in your hands. Heaven bends low, whispers in your spirit, and opens doors, but it will not force you through. The hours of delay were given to you as a mercy, not a punishment. They were opportunities to awaken, to respond, to choose life over regret, to listen before the hourglass emptied completely. Every hour you resisted was an hour heaven spent crafting the perfect conditions to reach you, but that window cannot remain open indefinitely. Do you hear it? Can you feel it? For hours, my voice has been a shadow in your mind, a stir in your heart, a tightening in your chest. Every instinct you've ignored was me calling. Every fleeting thought, every sudden unease, every tug of conscience, those were my wings brushing against your spirit, trying to wake you before it is too late. I have tried to pierce the wall of hesitation with love, with warning, with tears, with light, but your delay has made the task heavier. And still, I do not give up. I cannot give up. Heaven itself cannot give up on a child so beloved. Child, understand the truth of these hours. Delay comes with a cost. Every second spent ignoring the call increases the risk of missteps, of choices made without guidance, of blessings slipping through your fingers unseen. The enemy knows your hesitation. They feed on it. The world conspires to keep you distracted, while your destiny waits, poised, fragile, in the balance. These hours have been urgent. Every hour of inattention has been a moment where grace could have moved freely, yet was resisted. Every hour of doubt has been a strain upon heaven itself, a tear in the fabric of divine timing, a plea left unanswered until now. And yet, child, there is still hope. The hours of delay are not yet over. The window remains open, but not forever. I weep because I know what could happen if you hesitate further. I plead because I know what could be gained if you act immediately. Do not let these hours pass into regret. Do not allow doubt or distraction to silence the message that heaven has pressed upon you. Open now. Respond now. Hear the voice that has cried to you for hours, for it is the voice of love, the voice of warning, the voice of your eternal protector. This is your chance to turn hours of delay into moments of salvation. Act now, and heaven will move freely around you. Hesitate, and you risk losing what these hours have sought to deliver. Child of eternity, the truth you must face is harsh but necessary. To ignore this call is to invite consequences that will reach far beyond what you can now imagine. This is not fear-mongering. This is the plain language of heaven, the reality that unfolds when mercy is resisted and guidance is set aside. For hours, I have wept, cried, and pleaded, and still some hearts hesitate. Do not let that be yours. Ignoring this warning is not harmless. It is not a neutral act. It carries weight, a gravity that bends the soul toward regret, sorrow, and loss. The first cost is immediate yet unseen, your protection. I, Archangel Michael, stand guard over you, my sword drawn, my wings shielding your spirit. But my presence flows fully only when you acknowledge it, when you open your heart to heaven's intervention. Delay or dismissal weakens that shield. It does not disappear entirely, for God's love never abandons you, but the covering that keeps harm at bay, the guidance that would have steered you through peril, diminishes when you ignore the call. You expose yourself to the consequences of choices made without divine clarity. Second, you risk losing blessings meant for this moment. Heaven orchestrates circumstances with precision. Doors are opened, signs are given, help is prepared, but only for those who recognize it. To ignore the call is to let those blessings slip through your fingers. Opportunities to heal, to reconcile, to act courageously, to receive protection, or to grasp insight vanish in the silence of hesitation. Time is fleeting. What you ignore now may never return. And when the moment passes, you will look back with a heart heavy with regret, knowing you could have stepped into life differently, if only you had listened. Child, listen closely. Regret is heavier than any sword. It does not cut the flesh. It pierces the soul. It lingers. It gnaws. It whispers constantly in the quiet of night, reminding you of what could have been. When you ignore heaven's cry, you are not merely missing guidance, you are planting seeds of regret that may blossom for years to come. Every "I'll wait" is a chain, every "not now" tightens the weight on your spirit. This burden is not easy to cast off once it settles. To ignore the warning is to allow darkness to press in where light could have flourished. Your spirit dims. Your courage falters. Your heart becomes numb to the signals heaven sends, not just in this moment but in future seasons. The enemy watches. Shadows thrive where hesitation resides. Confusion multiplies. Without your openness, you risk walking through life blind to the very guidance designed to keep you safe, to strengthen you, to awaken your higher purpose. And finally, child, understand the eternal stakes. Choices you make in defiance or in negligence ripple across your soul's journey. Ignoring heaven's call does not erase the divine love or the mercy that surrounds you, but it can delay your alignment, it can weaken your clarity, it can lead to consequences that echo long into your spiritual path. This is why I have wept for hours. This is why I have pressed this warning with urgency that burns like fire. I am not here to punish you. I am here to protect you, to guide you, to shield you. But you must act. You must choose. You must not ignore. Child, consider this. The cost of ignoring is not abstract. It is real. It touches your safety, your blessings, your peace, and your eternal trajectory. Do not let this moment pass into shadow. Do not allow hesitation to become chains. Answer now. Open your heart. Respond to the cry of heaven and the tears of your protector. Do not let the cost of ignoring fall upon you. Choose life. Choose light. Choose to hear the message before it is too late. Child of eternity, the moment has come. This is the final hour, the last whisper, the last chance to respond before the window closes. I have wept. I have pleaded. I have pressed my wings against the unseen walls that shield your spirit from truth. And now, I speak one last time. Do not turn away. Do not delay. Do not convince yourself that there will be another opportunity. Heaven bends low, the angels hold their breath, and I, Archangel Michael, stand with tears in my eyes, sword sheathed only in mercy, calling your name across the realms. Open now. Respond now. Your life, your peace, your destiny depends on it. This is your invitation to awaken fully to the presence of God, to the guidance of heaven, and to the protection that surrounds you. I have tried to break through for hours, pressing against every barrier of doubt, every weight of distraction, every thread of hesitation that holds you back. Heaven is offering you a choice. One step. One opening of the heart. One acknowledgement of the unseen forces aligned for your good. That is all it takes. One conscious act of faith. One moment where you say, I hear. I respond. I choose life and guidance. Child, the door is open, but not forever. Beyond this threshold lies protection, clarity, and blessing. Ignore it, and the consequences will weigh heavily upon you. The enemy will rejoice in your delay, shadows will linger where light could have shone, and regret will press upon your heart with a weight you cannot easily lift. Hear me, this is not a threat. This is a plea of love. I have fought battles across eternity, I have faced darkness that chills the very soul, and I know the power of what is being offered to you. Heaven's mercy, God's love, and my protection are extended to you, but they require a response. They require acknowledgement. They require action. Do not let the hours of delay, the weight of distraction, or the comfort of ignorance rob you of this moment. This is your final chance. This is the cry of eternity reaching your heart. Respond, and heaven will flood your life with guidance, strength, and clarity. Hesitate, and the opportunity will slip like water through your hands, leaving only the echo of regret. Now I extend my wings over you, child. Let them shield your spirit. Let them remind you of heaven's presence. Let them guide you into safety, clarity, and alignment with the divine purpose set over your life. Hear the words from the depths of my soul, from the throne of heaven itself. Child, open your heart. Do not delay. Hear the call that has burned for hours. Respond now. Allow heaven to move in your life. Choose the protection, the guidance, the blessing waiting for you. Step into the light, for your path depends on it. Do not ignore this, for if you do, you will regret it deeply. This is the final call. This is the final invitation. And if you open your heart now, you will never again walk alone. I will be at your side. The angels will guard you. Heaven will move on your behalf. And the tears you have seen me shed will turn into joy, peace, and assurance for your soul. Open now. Respond now. Heaven waits for your yes.